My name is Salam Moham, and my opponents made claims about religion and how it should not be the determiner of abortion. He also made a claim that women in the U.S., they don't have acceptable reasons to terminate an unwanted pregnancy, and that those are the main things that I disagree with. He contradicts himself a lot when he brings religion into play. So my opponent has also used religion as one of his main arguments, and and feels it should be respected, which I agree with, but I also agree with the statement made in the New York Times by Thomas Friedman. He said that those who choose to oppose abortion in their own lives for reasons of faith or philosophy should be respected, but those women who want to make a different personal choice or over what happens with their own bodies should be respected and have the legal protection to do so as well. So my argument is that if you want respect, you should also respect other people as well. He provides issues like if there is incest or rape, that the government or someone will provide care for the woman who's bearing the child, but doesn't really explain how that happens. Like many women are in poverty now today, and they have no help from the government just because they chose to carry the child to term. And many religions preach that we should respect our neighbor, and I believe by allowing them to make their own decision is a form of respect. So if you don't believe in abortion, then that's totally fine. There's no argument against that. But you should not be able. You should respect someone because they're respecting your choice, and you should respect their choice in having an abortion. And there are many reasons, valid reasons to that. And by prohibiting others from this practice of free will, you are imposing your beliefs onto them, and this conflicts because no one has the same beliefs. So when religion comes into play, if religious citizens oppose abortion, they have every right not to accept themselves but from doing it, but should have no say in what others may choose. So another claim that he made was religion, that we should practice safe sex or keep from abstinence. But in many religions, it's taught that you should be fruitful and have all of these babies, and that you're not allowed to use contraceptives in many religions. Like in Catholicism, it's looked down upon to even use birth control and to use condoms. So it's a contradictive way when he says that you shouldn't have, you should practice safe sex in that aspect. So he also makes another claim that about there's the reasons to terminate a pregnancy are not important. So the evidence that I found for this, there are reasons most frequently cited where that having children would interfere with a woman's education, work, or ability to care for the baby. She could not afford a baby right now, and that she did not want to be a single mother or was having relationship problems. Imagine being a woman and being alone in your decision and having to care for a child that you don't want. It could be from rape or incest, and there's instances where someone could not even live with themselves, carrying and to term and knowing that this baby is the result of you being raped, and you're going to always remember that as a woman. And that's what they haven't taken into account, that these are important issues that aren't really looked at, but the woman has every right to terminate a pregnancy because of these valid reasons. The choice of having a baby is a life-changing one, and many women who do get pregnant may not have the means to care for their child, and bringing that baby into the world with no financial help will only weaken the child's chances of surviving. So they're saying, okay, well, you should not terminate your pregnancy if you have all of these financial problems, if you're alone in the world, and they're not realizing that it's not just putting, they're saying, oh, the baby should live and have a right to life, but you're giving that baby a really bad life to start off with. You have no money, you have no care, you have no time, you don't even have an education. Many of these women are 18 or even younger, and that just shows that a lot of babies are born into poverty and they don't amount to much in life, and they may have some opportunities, but not as someone who is ready for a baby who's planned years and they have financial status and stuff like that. And then my last claim that I would like to make is that the United States is one of many countries that embraces equality for all. So this goes on the legislative side of abortion. The opposing side would like to concentrate on how it's murder, but because of the claims my opponent has stated, this cannot truly be defined, but instead should be recognized as a right that women have to choose for their own lives. I found a piece of evidence on New York Times by Audrey White, and she states that however the Equal Protection Clause of 14th Amendment does mandate that the state must treat similarly situated people in the same way, particularly when state action involves fundamental rights, such as the right to make reproductive choices. So the Equal Protection Clause and the 14th Amendment both agree that women should have reproductive choices. And this statement that women have the right to choose whether or not to carry to full term of their pregnancy is backed up in the 14th Amendment.